it is a massive advantage that you can have as far as making predictive analysis in the market. Again, this will all come together at some point. I don't expect it today, but we're just dropping little nuggets here. It will all come together at one point. So let's move on to the next step. And this one's the really, really cool one. We spoke about kind of what makes up a candlestick, the anatomy, wick, body, bearish, bullish. We spoke about momentum. In short, big candle, high momentum, small range, low momentum, right? Let's talk now about strength of a candle, right? Because not only can we tell opening price, closing price, high, low, we can tell how strong or weak a candle is, right? So we're going to take this bearish example because it's already red. I don't feel like changing it. And we're going to look at this candle, right? So this is the range of the candle, correct? The wick. This is the highest point. This is the lowest point. We know that the body represents the open and the close. So if I have a candle like this, where price opens here, the story that I can write from this is that at some point price went all the way up here and was bullish. Correct? Would you guys agree? Because we know our extreme is here, at some point price went up here and it was a bullish candle. I also know at some point price went down here. But after all the smoke and dust cleared, we closed right in the middle. This is what we would call a neutral candle. There's actually a name for it as well, doji candle, but we would call it a neutral candle because imagine this as it being like a game of tug of war. And you got the triangle. Well, I guess, we can, maybe not Squid Game tug of war because people died and stuff, but you got that triangle in the middle, right? And the whistle goes off. The triangle gets pushed to the extreme of one side, but the other team doesn't fall in. The triangle gets pushed to the extreme of the other side, but that other team doesn't fall in. And then when the session is over, it's right in the middle. It's kind of like a stalemate. So this is what we would call a neutral candle, right? At the end of this candle, we really don't have a clue of, did the buyers really gain momentum? Well, not really. Did the sellers really gain momentum? Well, not really. Well, who gained momentum? Well, kind of nobody. It kind of opened right where it, or closed right where it opened at, kind of right in the middle. So it's kind of like a stalemate, a period of indecision. So this is going to be called a neutral. I'll change this right here. Oh, I'm going to spell this wrong. Hold on. N-E? Neutral? Did I get it right? I trade because I can't spell. This is going to be called a neutral candle. Oh, yeah. Philadelphia Public School education. Here we go. I've got 2 degrees, guys, but I can't spell. Spent all that money on college for what? Neutral candle. All right, so let's take example number 2. And again, these are all bearish situations right here. So let's look at the story of this next candle, where let's say we have an open right there and we have something like that. Okay? So what is the story of this? We know that the extreme of the candle was right here. Would you guys agree? The extreme high was right here, close to the open. We never really went bullish, maybe by a tick or so, but pretty much stayed within this range. We also know that in this candle, at some point during the session, price took us all the way down here, right? But at some point also in the session, we got beat back up and we closed up here. So again, think of this in the term of a story, a tug-of-war match, a football match, whatever you want to think about it, right? At some point, the sellers were able to push this down really, really, really far, right? Would you guys agree that's a positive move for the sellers? They were able to take price from here, the open, all the way down here. Let's go, baby, right? But when we came back and looked at our candle at the end of the session, it closed up here. What does that tell us? Patrick already wrote it in. Well, buyers came and whooped that boop, right? There are children in here, perhaps, so we keep it clean. Buyers came in and whooped that butt, right? Now, it was still a bearish candle because it closed lower than it's open. So it's technically red or whatever colors you have your bearish candle, excuse me. But would we call this a strong bearish candle? No one to reject? No, okay. What about neutral? Huh? No? Huh. What would we call it then? We call it a weak bearish candle. And our last example, you know what's coming next, right? Whole Goldilocks and three bears thing. There's only one more example left. We have a candle that looks like... Oh, wrong one. Let me just see. There we go. We have a candle that looks like this. What would we call this candle? This is a pretty easy one. Right? This would be a strong bearish candle. Why is it strong? The nickname for this is a Greystone candle. I don't know if you've seen Greystone in the weight room lately. Whew, looking strong. We call this a Greystone. Yeah, the Bears won, but not only did they win, but they won in a big way, right? So, three types of candles: neutral, weak, and strong. And an easy way, if you want to kind of make a rule for looking at these type of candles, is to do this, right? So here's our candle. We'll make it a neutral color, so make it white. Divide it into threes. Divide it into thirds. I'm not going to do this, I'll just draw lines up, but divide it into thirds. Where, again, in a bearish scenario, if the candle closes in the bottom third, it is going to be a strong candle. If it closes in the middle third, it is going to be a neutral candle. If it closes in the upper third, it is going to be a weak candle. Let me know if that makes sense. Neutral, this is for a bearish. Weak, strong. That is a very simple rules-based way that you can determine what type of candle you are looking at. Now we're going to practically apply this tomorrow. I'm going to try my best not to get, I guess, my natural tendency to hop right into a chart and look at a trading opportunity. But who can tell me why it's important to kind of understand the differences between strong, weak, and neutral? Why do you think that may become important in the future? Yeah, it tells you your story. It provides little clues, right? If you are a trader and you can imagine, if you're a trader right here, let's just take this example, and let's do this. I don't want to do this too much. All right, let's take a step back. Let's start identifying some candles. Okay, so real quick before we get into that, just practical application. I do want to ping this home. Green candle right there. Strong, weak, or neutral? And do we need to do a separate example for bullish guys, or are we okay? But yeah, strong bullish candle, right? Clear close in the upper third. We don't even need to measure this one out, right? What about, we'll take our same candle here. What about our little red guy right here? What would you guys classify that as? Neutral candle, right? You can see the close is right in the middle. Middle third, I should say. And then what if we steal this one over here? How would you guys classify this this red one with the long wick right there? Oh, no, wrong example. Okay. But that's a good one, yeah. Strong bearish, yep. How about this green one right here? I forgot we already did a strong bearish. How about this green one? Weak bullish, right? So let's do a quick practical application of this again. I don't want to do too much chart stuff, but why is this important? Well, imagine you're a trader and you're seeing this move, right? Bullish candles, bullish candles, bullish candles. You got this very strong bullish candle right here and you want to buy, right? We'd all agree strong bullish candle, this green guy? Yep. You want to buy, you're like, okay, I need one more candle, I'm going to buy. And then you see this. What information is that telling you? What information is that red candle telling you? And again, you're in the mindset of like, you're a buyer, you're bullish, you're ready to click that button. Well, you think about the story and you're saying, well, wait a minute, this story tells me that at one point, the bulls, and this is also why we wait for the close of the candle, very important, because at one point, for you guys that are new, this may seem a little bit weird, right? At one point, if you're watching this live, this was a green candle. Right? Would you guys agree? The open was right here. At one point, we were trading up here. This was a big green breakout candle. Now, here's a freebie for you, right? Always wait till the candle closes. Always wait until the candle closes. Kind of like the USA soccer game the other day against Jamaica, where we scored in literally the last second of stoppage time. I was about to turn the TV off. I'm like, let me just keep it on for one more second. Oh, we tied it up. So yeah, this would be a warning sign that, hey, maybe I don't want to buy. Not only did the bullish candle get rejected and turn into a bearish candle, but it ended up being a strong bearish candle. And lo and behold, what happens next, we get a little bit of another weak bullish candle right here, and then we fall off a cliff. So these are little clues that you need to learn in the market, you need to pay attention to, because what you'll learn about trading is that trading is really, it's nothing more than being able to consistently find and extract the little clues that others aren't willing to see. Right? That is the main thing that trading is. Jason talked about pattern recognition. It is being able to interpret something and being able to see the small thing that gives you the slightest of edge. And it's a handful of small things that you put together to create your edge. But that's what trading really is. It's not one super secret strategy like I was searching for earlier. It's about a handful of clues where it's like, when I see this, this is more likely to happen. When that occurs, that is more likely to happen. When price is here, this is more likely to happen. It's kind of like a lawyer or a detective. If you are a lawyer and you have a single piece of evidence, you're probably not going to win the case unless it's a really, really, really good piece of evidence. But if you're a lawyer and you have multiple pieces of evidence where you're like, I got this, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, and it's all pointing in the same direction, you have a better chance of winning that case. And in trading, what that means is you have a better chance of being on the right side of the market. So it's very important to understand this stuff. Again, this is the stuff that I thought was stupid and dumb and a waste of time. And why am I learning it? Because, ooh, a strong candle. How do I use that to make money? And I was just thinking, like Jason said, I was trying to do something that would take 10 years and do it in 1 year. I was trying to take something that my mentor said, hey, like, all these pieces will come together in about 3 months. I was trying to say, well, I want it to come together in 3 days. So I was blinded, and I purposely didn't pay. I went through the motions, but I didn't take it seriously, I guess. I checked the boxes to say that I did it, but I didn't really take it seriously. I kind of just washed over it. I kind of skimmed through. And because of that, I had to go back and I added a year to my trading journey because I had to go back and relearn everything. And once I relearned everything, and once I got my trading on track and figured out that that was the real secret, I felt so stupid. So stupid that I wasted so much time. But again, I don't really have regrets. If I didn't waste that time, I probably wouldn't have known the importance, and I probably wouldn't have taken it as seriously the second time through. So everything happens for a reason. But this is one of the reasons I want to teach you guys all this in the very beginning. Because at the very beginning, if you can learn it right away, you're going to save yourself a lot of years down the road. Does that make sense, guys?